Hello everyone and welcome to another video. If you are new here, my name is Rose, and if you missed last week's video, we just spent 3 amazing days in Fiji, and today we are covering the first part of our Sydney trip. So to get started, we had an early morning flight from Fiji to Sydney, and when we arrived, we checked into our Airbnb and headed off to the most important stop first, coffee. We went to La Renaissance, where I got a peach Danish, and Zach, of course, got a lemon tart. We then made this short walk to get our first view of the Sydney Opera House. We then continued on to the oldest brewery in Sydney, the Lord Nelson Brewery Hotel. Before we knew it, it was time for dinner, and just down the street we had a reservation at Fish at the Rocks, where we may have been dressed a little too casual for, but we did enjoy some wine and, of course, great company.
Having lots of things to celebrate now and in the future with you guys.
We then went to grab some gelato for dessert and wrapped up our first day in Sydney. After a lovely, restful night, it was time for another day full of adventures. We started our day with breakfast and coffee at Aslan Coffee Roasters, a quick stop by the chemist, and then off again to the Opera House. This was actually the start of our exploration walk around the Rocks area.
What's up, Rose? What do you think?
Cool.
That's it. Oh, that's it. At the Opera House.
We continued along the harbor's edge to the Royal Botanical Gardens of Sydney. We then arrived at the Art Gallery of New South Wales. Lunch for today was at the terrace on the Domain, where I got a wellness bowl. After lunch and a quick reset, it was time for our historical walking tour of the area we were staying in, the Rocks. If you know me, you know I love a good fun fact, so I really enjoyed this tour. We then went to grab a drink at the Squire's Landing. This is also where we discovered alcoholic ginger beer. A lovely drink if you ever get the chance to try it. We then went to the Airbnb to reset and get clean because we had a snazzy dinner reservation that evening at Kiln. This dinner was a set menu that started off strong and left us insanely full by the end. And this was just half of our time in Sydney, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss next week's video, along with the rest of our adventures in Australia. I'll see you there. Bye! This is a natal lily.
Is it actually?
Look at that sign right there.
Oh.